What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, bringing you another live Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle today against Haydunn. And before we get started, if you can, please show some shady love to that like button right below this video. Remember, if this video reaches 1,500 likes, I will keep 2 videos a day coming your way. That is what I say. Now, today I'm here. I'm a little nervous. I'm really excited because you guys have been requesting this on Twitter for a while. I'm actually battling Haydunn. His YouTube link will be in the description below if you do not know him. He is a legend among Wi-Fi battling. Definitely check him out if you have not heard of him. He seriously is a legend. I used to watch him all the time, like religiously, back in the day, about a year and a half ago. I'm not really sure. It was for a long span of time. It was before I even made a YouTube account, like any kind of YouTube account. But seriously, such an amazing battle. We're having a UU match today. I'm going to show you the team that I'm using. You guys can place your bets in the comment section below. You let me know who you think is going to be the MVP. I am a little nervous, so I brought some Pokemon that I know I rely on heavily, and then some that I haven't really used, like Fire Goku. Haven't used that much just yet, this specific set. I brought back my Galvantula. I have Florges and Donphan as my core. They don't really cover each other's weaknesses very well, but I really like them both. So we have Rotom-Meow, and we have our Mega Blastoise, which I really love Mega Blastoise. So you guys can place your bets. Like I said, definitely check him out. This is going to be the first of hopefully 2 matches. He's trying to get a good match. He really likes to upload only very seriously amazing battles. And looking at his team, he's bringing a lot of RU stuff too, so I feel bad because I have like top UU of the line, but now I know where this is going to be our only battle, so I know next time when we have a battle, let's go ahead and bring some interesting stuff, because I did go kind of crutchy, kind of leaning on these Pokemon that I know work. But he's got a Muck, which is nothing to laugh at, a Sharpedo, Hitmonlee, Alakazam. He's running that Mega Alakazam, Cradily, and Quagsire. So I hate Quagsire so much. I think what I'm going to do is, seeing as his spinner is probably the Hitmontop, I'm going to go ahead and open up with the Galvantula because nothing on his team really wants to deal with the Galvantula. I'm actually going to message him on Twitter really quick and say, oh crap, next battle, definitely bringing lower tier, not so top stuff. I don't know. Next battle, I'm definitely switching it up. Bringing half and half from tiers. But not that it matters, honestly, because Haydunn is on a whole nother level when it comes to battling. I don't think I'm there yet, so it's really just an honor to be able to battle him. So he does open up with the Kung Foot, his Hitmonlee, which makes sense because he predicts me to set up hazards. Plus, Hitmonlee is really specially defensive. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to go for a nice Volt Switch here. I'm not going to bother setting up any hazards while this Hitmonlee is around, as that would be a problem. I don't mind going for the Volt Switch, even if he wants to go into the Quagsire. It's not a big deal for me because I do have the Energy Ball on this Galvantula. I honestly never run. I would run Energy Ball over Bug Buzz every day of the week. For me personally, this Galvantula is a huge threat to his team, to be honest. He goes for the Fake Out. I don't know what I was thinking. Staying in here, normal gem boosted Fake Out, followed by a Stone Edge will actually take me out. And I think with the Unburden boost, I'm pretty sure that Erasmo is betraying us. I'm pretty positive. Now, don't quote me on it, because I know that Galvantula is pretty darn fast. But I think after an Unburden boost, he's gonna outspeed. I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna go ahead and risk the biscuit. We're gonna go for the Volt Switch here. I'm gonna risk the biscuit. He goes for the Rock Slide, not even running the Stone Edge. Amazing. That's gonna take us out easily, to be completely honest with you. Wow, I feel stupid. Even thinking that there was a chance that he would go for anything else. Florges doesn't have the best of physical defenses. I think I'm actually just gonna go out into Donphan, as I should have initially. Not having that Galvantula is really going to be huge to this match. Oh my gosh, he's probably not even going to use this battle, to be honest, just because of that first turn play. All right, let's go ahead. And I'm pretty sure he's going to switch out. Let's just set up Rocks on this turn. I don't think he's going to stay in. Seeing Fake Out, Rock Slide, I'm assuming he's got that close combat. And he possibly has Rapid Spin on there, but honestly, I'm feeling as though the Rapid Spin won't exist on there. So let's get our Rocks up. Really stinks that we couldn't get our Sticky Web up. He's probably going to go out into goes out into Cradily, and that's going to be a problem because he can actually go ahead and start setting up curses. I'm definitely going to have to get the heck out of here as soon as possible, because I do not want to take a Giga Drain. Nothing on my team really wants to handle this thing. Possibly my Infernape. But to be fair, my Infernape really doesn't even want to handle it. Only if he goes for the Giga Drain does my Infernape want to handle it. Then again, I'm actually going to go out into my Florges, because if he is going to go for the Giga Drain, at least I will be especially defensive, and I'll take it quite nicely. He does actually go for the Toxic. That stinks so bad because, oh my goodness, I really wish I'd gotten into Infernape. I don't mind Infernape as much being Toxic. Now, what I want to do is I want to actually predict the incoming Muck and go out into my Donphan. I think that's the play to make. I'm pretty sure Muck's going to come in. He's going to predict the Toxic himself. I think I could be severely wrong. Nerves could be getting the best of me. He is going to withdraw. I'm hoping that I see the Muck. That's what I really would like to see. Goes out into Sup. Sup sounds like a Muck name. Yup, it is the Muck. Awesome. So he has nothing that wants to take the Earthquake. The rocks are going to be up on his side of the field, so he's going to take a little bit of damage there. I don't think Muck wants to take an Earthquake. I believe they're normally especially defensive. There's no reason for us not to go for it. He has nothing immune. Even if he goes down into the Cradily, that's fine by me. But at least I gained some sort of initiative right there with that switch. He's probably is going to go on. Goes out into Quagmire, the Quagsire. That stinks, because Quagmire's probably going to take this like a monster. Like an absolute monster. And I don't have anything on my team that wants to take a Scald at all. We see the leftovers on this thing. I kind of want to go into my Blastoise, predicting the Scald. To be honest, because I feel like that would be the play. I don't think he's going to go for an Earthquake. I mean, I could go into my Rotom-Meow, and that would force him out into his Erasmo, his Hitmonlee. But we're going to go out into Blastoise, because I'm pretty sure that a Mega Blastoise can one-shot the Quagsire from that range. I could be wrong, but I really believe so. I'm hoping that he went for the Scald. Oh, he's going to double out. Switches out. Forces me out. Goes out into the Muck. And that's a little bit of a problem. But I think that my Mega Blastoise should be okay in here right now. I don't think he has anything too crazy for me. I should be able to just go for a Water Pulse. Actually, the Cradily probably has the Storm Drain, now that I'm thinking about it. So I don't really want to go for a Water Pulse just yet. I think I'm actually going to go for a Dark Pulse. Considering I should outspeed, and Dark Pulse is probably my safest play. I know it's not going to do too much to the Cradily, but I don't want to go ahead and over-predict. He is going to stay in. Unfortunately, I could have gotten that Water Pulse off, but there's a chance that I will flinch. So we're going to go ahead and shoot for, what do you call those things? Secondary effects. Not that I wouldn't be shooting for a secondary effect with a Water Pulse. Confusion's always nice. Dark Pulse is going to be a 2. Oh, that's a crit as he goes for the Poison Jab. This is probably going to do a lot more than I want to take right now. Okay, it doesn't do that much, but he does get the Poison. Does, in fact, get the Poison on the Poison Jab, which is just fine. I do think he's going to predict me to go for the... You know what? He has no reason to switch out. I really should have kept better eye on this. Should have kept a better eye on this Blastoise. He has no reason to switch out. I am just going to go for another Dark Pulse, though. He could possibly go out into his Hitmonlee. But I'm hoping that he predicts... okay, he did not predict. I could have went for that Water Pulse. I'm really just afraid of that Storm Drain, to be honest. He is going to get another Poison Jab off, so no flinches for us today. And unfortunately, that's a crit right there. But that's a crit for a crit. That's a pretty evened out hacks, with Muck just flipping me off right there. And I'm going to go ahead. There's no reason for me to... I kind of wish that an Aura Sphere would kill from this range. It actually looks like it will, but it's a little bit risky. So as much as I want to predict him to go out into his Hitmonlee and go for the Water Pulse. If he goes out into his Cradily, I actually think I'm going to preserve this Blastoise, because I can bring it in on a death. And I can actually... It'll actually be useful to take something out. It'll be good to take out that Cradily. Well, not take it out, but it'll do 63% with an Aura Sphere. Or I could just take this Muck out and be done with it. But I really think he's going to switch out. Dark Pulse to a Cradily is still a decent amount of damage. Let's go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse. Oh, wait a minute. He probably has the Shadow Sneak. I definitely should have switched that right there. Definitely should have switched that right there. Literally the second, and it's not even like I don't, yep, there's the Shadow Sneak. It's not even like I don't know that. Like, I know that. I just, for some reason, completely slipped my mind. I have a Muck of my own, runs that same set. That's really unfortunate. That is really, 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 really bad that I did just do that. Please don't tell me we DC'd. Okay, good. Whew. We can actually go out into our Infernape here. Because an Overheat should easily take him out, even though we don't have much investment. Then again, let's go into our Donphan. I think our Donphan is our best play. He might preserve this thing for the Florges. It's quite possible that he will. We are really down and out right now, to be completely honest. Even with hazards up on his side of the field, it really doesn't matter at this point. Because he can go right out into Cradily and go for another Toxic. He really can. Once this Muck is away, though, I can at least go for a Toxic safely. Except that Alakazam is going to be an issue if it isn't Mega. Well, even if it's not Mega, he's not going to suffer Toxic damage the first turn it gets Toxic. So that's unfortunate. But if I can keep this Donphan around at full health, that would be nice. That's why I really think he's taking his time right now, considering the option of going for the Shadow Sneak just to break my Sturdy, which wouldn't be the worst play, but I actually think that Shadow Sneak would not do enough to break the Sturdy after the Leftovers recovery. There's a pretty good chance that it wouldn't. So he's trying to figure out who to go out and to take the Earthquake. Really, it's either Quagsire or Cradily. And I don't think I have much for Cradily except for my Infernape, to be honest with you. Because Leaf Storm's not going to do much to it. Burning it would be nice, to be fair. But straight off the bat with turn 1, me not being able to perform under pressure, he is going to... Wow, he outspeeds. For some reason, I really didn't expect that. He's not going to land the Poison, thankfully. That would have been really huge had he gotten the Poison. We're going to take this Muck out. Our first kill on our side of the field. Hayden's already got 2 kills, and I'm pretty sure one of my Pokemon is severely crippled. I can't remember entirely, but I do think... Oh, well, no, my Florges is just poisoned. So we're still in this match. It's not completely gone just yet. But to be fair, he can go out into his Sharpedo and kind of... he's going to go out the Quagmire right here. Going to go out into his Quagmire. And he's almost ready to just safely go for... He can pretty much just go for a Scald. We got to take care of this thing. Unfortunately, we can't do anything to it with our Donphan. We're definitely forced out. We're going to go out into our Rotom. It's super obvious if he has anything to handle a Rotom. That's what he's going for right now. He might go for a Scald because it's... Yeah, he's going to go for a Scald. Safest play. Plus, he could possibly get a burn. Residual damage. Is he going to get it? We do take that very well, and he does not get the burn, so that is awesome. At this point, the Leaf Storm is going to hit a lot of things on his team really hard. As obvious as the Leaf Storm is, I still think it's the play to make. The Hitmonlee will probably be able to take the Leaf Storm very well. I'm just trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I gave this thing the Expert Belt as I did. There's no way he can stay in. You know what? Maybe I should actually go for the Will-O-Wisp. You know what? I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp here because I do think there's literally no possible way for him to stay in. He is going to withdraw. Really hoping he goes down to the Cradily, hoping that I can land this. That would be really nice. Plus we outspeed, so we'll be able to Volt Switch the following turn. There's the Will-O-Wisp. Burning this thing is probably going to help us a decent amount, I'm assuming. I mean, residual damage is always good. I'm hoping that maybe he was a physical attacker. No, seeing the way that he brought him in, we know that he's got the, was it Rock Slide that he used with Cradily? No, he used that with Hitmonlee. So we're going to go ahead. We're glad we burned this thing. A little bit of lag. Please don't DC. I'm really nervous about this DCing for some reason. I just have a bad feeling. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Volt Switch. There's no reason not to. Even if he wants to switch back into his Quagsire, there's no reason that he could do that because I could just go for a follow-up with a Leaf Storm. And I'm going to go, like I said, go for the Volt Switch here. It's not going to do too much to this thing, I'm sure. That's really doing absolutely pathetic damage, but there's no reason not to get it off. I'm not entirely sure what he'll go for here, but no matter what, I think my Donphan at this point can... no, because he has the Giga Drain probably. Oh, wow, that stinks. The Rock-type move is pretty obvious. But to be fair, with Cradily burned... Let's see how much a Rock Slide does. It's neutral to Infernape, and he's burned. I think my Infernape can take it somewhat well. Infernape honestly hits the rest of his team really hard. Let's go out into Infernape right here. Really hoping he doesn't score any sort of crits. He does go... Oh, he sets up his own rocks. I was really close to going out into Donphan too. Which would have been nice because I can get rid of those rocks. But we're here now with Cradily being here. Let's see. He's probably going to be fearing the Mach Punch the whole time. He's hurt by the burn. I do actually have the Overheat, which I would not go for right now. I could go for a close combat. The Alakazam would come in. A close combat really does a number to his team on everything except the Alakazam. So with those odds, I'm actually just going to go for the close combat. He is going to withdraw, though. I guarantee you the Alakazam's coming out. No, goes out into Quagmire, which is okay by me. We know that he has the leftovers and not the Rocky Helmet, so we're only going to suffer a Life Orb Recoil here. I don't think this close combat's going to do nearly enough. Ooh, that is a 2-hit KO, actually. It's a 2-hit KO, thankfully, so we can get rid of this Quagmire right now. I'm just going to keep calling her Quagmire instead of Quagsire. But, then again, I could actually go for the safe Overheat. Even though it's resisted, Overheat is actually the better play. Well, then again, I could miss the Overheat. But if he goes out into the Alakazam... Well, let's see, is the Overheat even a one-hit? The Overheat's not a one-hit, even if he goes out into Alakazam. And I would love to say that U-turn's a one-hit for this Quagsire, but it's really not. So we're kind of forced to go for another close combat. He's probably just sacrificing this Quagsire right now, as he is. The only reason why I would have gone for the Overheat so I don't get a double defense drop, but to be honest, he goes into Alakazam right now and he scares me out. No matter what, he really scares me out. And this is probably the opportunity he's been waiting on the entire match. He's probably, you know, because Haydun's like, he's top tier, man. He's top tier. He's probably been creating this opportunity so long. He's like, all right, you got to bring in that Infernape. Once you bring in that Infernape, Mustachio, that's definitely the Alakazam, and a special attack is coming my way no matter what. I don't think I can actually win this one right now because my Donphan is not at perfect health. Otherwise, I could live it and then kill him off with an Earthquake. But, there's no way. I actually think and I can't hard switch into my Florges because honestly my Florges is the only chance I have at killing this Alakazam. Even though it's probably running Psyshock and that's going to do a huge chunk of damage. I'm really thinking that I have to sacrifice my Infernape right now. It's either that or my Donphan, and I'm not going to try to sacrifice my Donphan. So we're going to sacrifice our Infernape, as he does just go for the Psychic. That's going to easily destroy my Infernape. And I knew that. He's probably questioning that play, but to be fair, I really do think that he's Mega and not Focus Sash, but he could be Focus Sash. But we pretty much have to go for a Moonblast here. I'm sure if he's Mega, we're going to see it now. He really got me into that spot. Unfortunately, my Infernape was pretty much my win condition against both the Sharpedo and the Cradily. He's going to withdraw the Mustachio. Wow. Wow, so I could have possibly... He goes out into Cradily. And I think Cradley's going to be able to take this Moonblast relatively well. He does get hurt by the Stealth Rocks, which is helping us out a lot. And he will have the burn damage. So let's see how much this does. It is not a 2-hit KO, unfortunately. It is not a 2-hit KO at all. Not even a little bit. Thanks to those leftovers. Had it not been for those leftovers, yes, I had a chance of 2-hit KOing this thing. It's really close. It's really, really close. I'm going to go for it. I'm not even going to think about it. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to see if maybe... I think it's a little bit too close. I think he is going to survive it. He just barely survives and gets the recover off. That's the worst case scenario. Definitely the worst case scenario now that this Cradley's going to be back up to... He's going to be back up to full next turn. I needed that kill. That's the only reason why I went for it, because... I needed that kill. I needed that kill. Alright. Alright. I'm really glad we're going to be playing more than one match. Because, yeah, I'm just really glad. Really glad. So he's going to probably go for another recover here. Not that it matters too much, because I can't really do anything to this Cradley. I actually think that this Cradley is going to win him the game. Cradley. We can go out into our Donphan here. Earthquake does do a decent amount, but if he has the Giga Drain, which we haven't seen yet, but I'm sure he has the Giga Drain, I'm just going to take advantage right now. Even after Rocks, I think I'll get back up to sturdy. He is going to go for another recover. And I couldn't remember if his Cradley outsped. I don't think it was his Cradley that outsped. I think it was something else. But we're not going to get back up to sturdy, unfortunately, because of Rocks. And part of me wants to spin the Rocks away, but it's really not worth it. I'm pretty sure he has the Giga Drain. I can't see him not having the Giga Drain. I mean, I could go out into my Rotom Mow right here, but there's no point because Rotom Mow can't do anything. I'm pretty sure, or Rotom Cut, whatever you want to call it, but I'm pretty sure that he's pretty much just checkmated me. Oh, I just clicked to switch out into the Rotom Mow. Not that I want Rotom Cut, not that I wanted to do that at all, but I was looking at the summary page and I clicked the button. So we're gonna pretend right now that that's what I wanted to do, predicting the Giga Drain. I know the Giga Drain's not gonna do anything to the Rotom Mow, but he knows there's no point in me doing that. Oh boy, I forced you to go for the, I forced you to reveal the Giga Drain, oh boy. So he does in fact go for the Giga Drain. Some might see that as a good play. Honestly, it was nothing but a misclick. The Leaf Storm here is going to do around 40%, which is pretty much what I have to do to have any sort of chance. I really don't have any sort of chance, but we're gonna pretend right now. And the only reason why I say that, I didn't say that going into this battle. I only say that because of the circumstances now. Him getting me out to my Infernape and kind of forcing me to stay in. I mean, had I gone for Florges Psychics, probably a 2-hit KO. When I was assuming it was a Mega Alakazam, perhaps if I knew that it wasn't a Mega Alakazam, Psychic actually only does 25%. But I was Toxic, it would have racked up, but I definitely would have switched out had I thought it was not a Mega Alakazam. So, very good play on Haydunn's part, of course. Now, he's thinking what he's going to do. He's probably wondering, why the heck did Shady even do this? What does that even mean? Does he have, like, hidden power fighting? I don't know what's going on. But to be fair, there's nothing on his team that... Ooh, he's gonna withdraw. I actually managed to force that switch. Goes out into Mustachio, who can actually take this Leaf Storm, unfortunately. Wow, had I gone for Volt Switch, Leaf Storm's just barely gonna leave him alive. And at that point, I pretty much have to go out of the Florges. I'm not gonna sacrifice my Rotom Mow. Seeing that it actually forced him out, I'm not gonna sacrifice that at all. Because to be honest, hopefully he's going to go for a Psychic here. He is going to go for a Psychic. I can take that, but I probably can't take another one. After the Toxic, ooh, it's going to be really close. It's going to be really, really, really close. I'm almost tempted to throw up a Wish predicting the switch. Honestly, he just needs to get rid of this Florges, and then his Sharpedo is going to be able to sweep. There's really no reason to set up a Wish. I'm just going to go for the Moonblast. Granted, if he switches out, that's going to stink, but I really think he is just going to go for another Psychic. I'm really glad to see that he's not packing the Psy Shock, which is becoming somewhat common now because of a Pokemon like Florges being so specially defensive. I mean, common now. It's pretty common all the time, to be honest. It's just a preference, really. He is going to withdraw. I'm sure he's going back out into Cradley. Setting up the Wish would have been fantastic right there. He's going to suffer the rocks. And I'm going to go for the Moonblast here. I don't think I will get any sort of crit or secondary effects. I do not. I get my leftovers up. Had I gone for the Wish, I'd be in a really good position. Unfortunately, I can go for the Wish now. But with Toxic racking up, it's not going to matter too much. Because I'm pretty sure he's just going to recover with this Cradley. I'm not going to go for the Moonblast here. He has to recover, to be fair. So let's go for the Wish here. Because he definitely has to recover. And this is going to be an annoying part of the match. But it's definitely part of the match. It is definitely part of the match. This match ended up being really good. He actually goes for the Giga Drain, predicting the switch. That is really huge for me. Unfortunately, had I gone for the Moonblast, I think I could have taken that Cradley out. Probably not, though, with the leftovers. Not with the leftovers. That's one thing my team is missing right now is a knockoff. I do not have a knockoff user on this team at all. We are hurt by the poison. And honestly, I think I'm better off passing this Wish to Rotom. He's going to recover right here. I could pass it off to Donphan. I'm good because I'm gonna get half my HP back, and then I'm gonna lose like a quarter of it. So we're gonna just pass this off to our Rotom, hoping maybe he predicts me to go for the Moonblast, predicting his recover, and he goes for the Giga Drain. That would be nice. He does go for the recover, though. In fact, I could have gone for the Moonblast. Really would not have mattered in the long run because the recover would recover up so much HP. I'd honestly rather have my Rotom here up at full, knowing that he has Giga Drain, Recover. I think those are the only two moves we've seen so far. I'm not entirely sure. I could be forgetting one. And here I can go for the... I can actually go for the Volt Switch. And then sacrifice my... Then I suffer rocks. But I do need a little bit more damage for Leaf Storm to kill. So you know what? Let's go for the Volt Switch here. Now that he knows that all I was going to go for was Leaf Storm, I don't think Volt Switch is going to do anything. It doesn't do anything, but more importantly, it's just that little bit of burn damage that cancels out the... what do you call it? Oh! Can't think of the name. Leftovers. But we are just going to sacrifice our bucket to rocks. And that might have been predictable, so he might have actually gone for the Recover. But he did, in fact, go for the Toxic. That's right. Toxic, Recover, Giga Drain. So he is going to attempt to get the Toxic off on this Rotom. I can't exactly go out into my Donphan because my Donphan can't kill yet. But this is going to end up being a pretty close match. I could Volt Switch again, predicting the Toxic, but I'm actually just... I should Thunderbolt, then Leaf Storm, probably. I think I'm going to Thunderbolt, then Leaf Storm. Because I want to say that that could possibly kill. I don't think it can. But we can pretend. If I was Specs, this would be a different story. If I was Specs, I think I'd actually kill like 3 turns ago. Yeah, I'd kill a long time ago. Well, because we're not, let's go for the Thunderbolt. We kind of need a crit on the Leaf Storm after this, because I'm pretty sure he's just going to go for a Toxic here. He is going to go for the Toxic. He does land it, which is fine. That's less hacks for this game. And I only go for the Thunderbolt because a little bit of damage is better than no damage, considering he's going to recover up here. So really the only way I can kill this Cradley is if he... if Leaf Storm comes through. He is at around 50%, so I don't think the Leaf Storm is going to kill, and I'm pretty sure he is just going to go for a Recover here, so this is not going to be the 3-0 that I wanted. I'm probably just going to get destroyed. He could actually, let's see, he is going to stay in. Let's see if we can, I'm wearing the shirt. No, we cannot. Unfortunately, we are off by about 20 HP, but he does predict the switch, and he goes for the Giga Drain. That is huge. But Leaf Storm, even at -2, I'm gonna really hope that Leaf Storm can take him out. It really is our only bet. He could very well sacrifice his, actually, he might actually switch into his Hitmonlee, but it's not worth the risk for us. We might as well go for another Leaf Storm. We land it. We're gonna be able to take this Cradily out, thankfully. And we have somewhat of a better chance at winning this game right here because I think that Donphan, well, between the priority that he has left, he has Hitmonlee, which most likely has a priority type move. And he outspeeds anyway. He's going to go out into Mustachio here. It's not going to suffer any kind of rocks. And realistically, I have no reason to preserve this thing because after one Protect, Sharpedo will outspeed. Not to mention a Fake Out is a thing. So we're just going to go for another Leaf Storm here. Not that there's any chance of us living this Psychic, but we're going to go ahead and go for this Leaf Storm. That's going to take us out. And we are going to have to go out into our Donphan. We have to go for the Ice Shard. Obviously, we're not going to over-predict here. There's no reason to over-predict because Donphan's going to be able to take some hits. So let's go for the Ice Shard. I mean, he's got to kind of hope that I'm not packing it. He can't really... If he risks switching out and I go for an Earthquake, that's going to kill anything. So he is going to stay and take the Ice Shard as he should. And I'm pretty sure that his Hitmonlee... Actually, I don't know if his Hitmonlee is going to come in. I'm going to go ahead and say that this match is not over just yet. Hitmonlee gets one-shotted by an Earthquake. And Sharpedo actually gets one-shotted by an Earthquake. So he's going to go into the Hitmonlee. Showing me that I think he's got to get as much damage off as possible. He's going to go for the close combat. Well, Fake Out close combat. Fake Out might not even be worth it. I might actually recover more HP with my leftovers than his Fake Out will do. We did see the Fake Out though. I'm sure he's running. There's the close combat. So he is going to do a huge amount of damage. That's a crit. Wow. Oh my gosh. I cannot tell you if that crit mattered. We're going to find out right now though. Close combat normally does, how much did that do? Well, let's say, yeah, we got to take a third of it off because it does 1.5 damage. So it did 120, which means normally it would do 80, leaving me at 110. And then a Sharpedo, a waterfall from a Sharpedo to a defensive Donphan does 65%, does over half. So, actually, I'm defensive, I'm not adamant, I'm impish. I'm sorry, am I impish or am I bold? I'm impish, okay. So, I'm impish or bold, I don't know which one. But it does 58%, so I don't think that crit actually mattered. Let's go for the Earthquake here, as I'm sure Haydun's going to go for the Waterfall. But that ended up being an awesome, awesome match. Haydunn pretty much held the momentum the whole time. Judging by how slow that went down, I don't know what his spread is. He might not be holding Life Orb. He is holding Life Orb. Opposing 50%. Yeah, he is holding Life Orb. So I don't know if that crit actually mattered. That was an awesome game regardless. Like I said, go check out his channel. This will not be the last battle I have with him for you guys. And that was an awesome match, so I'm just excited for the next battle. Leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe if you did enjoy. I upload videos daily. Check out Haydunn. Seriously, you will not regret. You can learn so much from that guy. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.